Hi everyone, this is Amy and welcome back to my channel. Today we're making seared scallops with maple and soy. For this dish we need a pound of scallops and we just want to pull off the foot. This is what attaches the muscle to the shell and it comes off really easily, so just look for it on your scallop and give it a little tug and that should come right off. Giving these a really good rinse, and we want to pat these as dry as possible because we want a really good hard sear. So just covering this up with a paper towel and setting this aside. Now I needed a little decoration for this, and we're just going to use plain rice paper, the same that you would use for summer rolls, uncooked. We're going to cut a couple of small circles and a couple of larger circles, and we're going to stack them on top of each other. You want to cut the circle and then cut in 4 little slits towards the center. Small circle and cutting 4 little slits. And to stick these together, I'm going to color a little leftover rice with a little beetroot powder. This is optional, you can just leave the white rice if that's what you have. Just giving this little mix, and then between the 2 little discs, we're going to put a little bit of our rice, and this should stick this together rather nicely. Over on the stove, we're heating up about 4 tablespoons of a neutral oil. Just popping that into our pan here. And once that's warm enough, and I did test with a little extra piece of rice paper, we're simply going to put in our little flowers, and this takes 1 to 2 seconds. They puff right up. Then we're going to pull these out and let them drain on a strainer or paper towel. Now back to our scallops. Now the thing with scallops is you don't want to salt them until right before you're going to cook them, just so it doesn't draw out any extra moisture. Give these a little salt and head over to the stove again. In that same pan, we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil and a tablespoon of butter. The olive oil is going to keep the butter from burning. Then we're going to place in our scallops, leaving a little bit of room in between each so they don't steam. So I'm doing this in batches. And using stainless, your protein will let you know when it's ready to lift. And this should give it a nice hard sear. Give it a little flip. These are looking gorgeous. We're going to pull these out, place them on a tray to rest, and then sear up our next batch. You see all this gorgeous fond on the bottom of the pan, and we do want that for our sauce. So after the second batch is done, we're going to pour in 4 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, and this is going to smoke up and steam, so have your hood vent on if you have one. Once that's in, you want to scrape up all those gorgeous brown bits on the bottom, and we're going to let this reduce by half, which will take about 5 minutes. And once the steam has kind of died down a little bit, we're going to add in 2.5 tablespoons of maple syrup, giving that a little whisk as well. After about 30 seconds, we can add in 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. And let this go for another 30 seconds. And then we're going to mount this with cold butter, 3 tablespoons. And mounting just means we're going to add this in slowly, and we're going to stir this as it's melting so we can emulsify the butter and get a nice smooth sauce. And if your sauce breaks, you have to start over. So just slowly add in the butter and continue to stir this. And you can see this is gorgeous and silky, and now we can go ahead and plate. Now I played these on top of a bunch of lettuce. We're going to drizzle on our sauce. Top with a little chili pepper that I've just cut up. I'm using serranos here. And a little chive as well for garnish. Topping each one of these. And now our chives. And this is looking spectacular. Oh wait, we can't forget our flowers that were very easy to make and look absolutely beautiful. Adding those on the plate. And now we can present this gorgeous dish. Now let's go ahead and give this a taste. It smells amazing. The scallops are tender and perfectly cooked. They're just opaque in the middle. The butter, maple, and soy add such a brilliant little pump of flavor to this. Chili peppers add a little heat, and this is gorgeous. But there it is. Seared scallops with maple and soy sauce. I hope you all try to make this in your home. Thank you so much for spending time with me again today. I appreciate every single one of you. If you like this video, give it a like. If you loved it, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell if you haven't already, because I put out new videos every Thursday. Thank you so much again, and until next time, happy cooking.